What up, scholars? It's the speech guy, Tony Asar, A-S-A-R, and you know I'm with the super duper uber producer,
Podcast Poppy, self-titled.
Fresh.
What up, man? What up, man? What up? We back here, back to back. How you doing, man?
I feel like I forgot a title in there somewhere. The professor, the super duper uber producer,
This nigga.
Podcast Poppy.
Yeah, I like it.
How you been, man?
Good. 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 How you been? How was your week?
Week was pretty good, dude. Week was pretty good. After hitting the mics with you,
Uh-huh.
had a few more mics.
Uh-huh.
You know, trying these new serious jokes out.
Ooh, okay.
Really
okay.
serious.
How's the reception
You know?
going with those?
It's been like more too serious,
Mm-hmm.
but they laugh in unison.
Okay.
It's like, you know, like they're like, all right, he said some real shit, but wow, you shouldn't have said it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested to hear these jokes.
Yeah, man, you know, but outside of that, man, how you been? How's everything over at the Blackout?
Hey, man, Blackout Podcast is good. You know, me and Scoop being ratchet as usual. So that's going pretty good. I'm trying to get my 360 back from this nigga. Yeah, you know the woes I've been going through with this dude.
Hey, but you've been piece by piece, brick by brick.
Yeah, he don't know. I'm slowly sliding my shit back. But, yeah, man, outside of that, week wasn't too bad. You know, just modulating.
Oh,
Modulating, that's a
I
new
like
word I
that.
learned.
Let's go with it. But unfortunately, they ain't about that.
Man, it's not about us, yo.
It's about who we got in the noise lab.
And this dude right here, man, you know he rides the posse waves, you know,
Ooh.
all day, every day. This guy right here is somebody who's holding the IE down for show. You know what I mean?
Ever since he chose to go pro.
Yeah,
Ooh,
exactly.
Big facts.
Exactly. Somebody that
Damn.
I'm a fan of his music, personality, and what he brings to the table.
Definitely.
You know.
And the range and the vocal. But without further ado, I allow him to introduce himself. Tell the people what your name is.
What's really good, my name is Gnarly. I represent the Inland Empire and California overall because that's just where we from, man. Like,
Facts.
It's in the essence, but I appreciate that shit, bro.
Hell
Honestly,
yeah, hell yeah.
I do this shit to heal myself and for others, and it's dope as fuck that people connect with the music. And we only getting started.
Yeah.
Def. And that does go with your overall message for some of those who may not be familiar, but you definitely rep posse wave. Go. Can you tell us more, Def? Like what that all?
If I was to like go, for me, it's about being like a conduit for positive energy more than anything else. Like, I feel like sometimes when people say like, oh, I rap about positivity, like I don't necessarily rap about positivity. I rap about, you know, whatever I'm feeling or thoughts that I'm having. But, you know, it all is rooted from just a positive space. So like trying to create like a positive space for others to feel like they could just express themselves and say what they want, or also be transparent and like, I'm going through some shit, but I'm rooted in positivity. Everything's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's the kind of music that I make. It's where it's like really self-aware type shit. It's cool and it slaps, and I'm mindful of that though too, because like, you know, I want my shit to go hard, but I'm also like purposeful in like, you know, this is the kind of music I want to make. Like I'm making this kind of music not just by accident. Like this is the kind of shit that I want to put into the world. Like so that's, you know, positivity is. It's a spectrum, you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily like I wake up every day and I'm positive. Hell no. It's really about how I feel after whatever it is that I'm going through, and then still maintaining a positive mindset. Like, you know, we all going through a whole lot of things, but like fundamentally, like within who I am, like I know everything will be all right in its own time and shit like that. You know, I can't force any kind of thing to happen. You know, and we want a lot. We definitely want to take it further, but it's all about like just being purposeful and perseverant and patient, and like, you know, with those P's, like shit.
Yeah, 3 P's right
About
there.
the 3 P's and the 6
Right?
P's. I appreciate it.
Real.
And just jump back to Go For It real quick.
The GoPro?
Yeah. How have you evolved since then? In what ways?
I feel like with GoPro, that was like a catalyst kind of thing for me. Like that was the true beginning of like the mindset that I have now. But I knew that I had to like really throw myself into what we're doing way more.
Raph was in the building. Shout out to Black Noise.
Mosin Rap.
But I had to like really throw myself into what I really wanted to do, you know. Like I had homies at that time who really motivated me to be like, bro, you got to do this shit, like, and believed in me that I could do it. And you know, I had to do it. So that shit was like a mantra for me, like, oh, we got to go pro, we got to go provide, got to go professional, you know, got to go produce, like those kind of things, like, you know, it is kind of like a derivative of that. So even saying like, all right, now it's more so about like, got to be patient, got to be perseverant, you know, got to be like just more mindful, more than anything else. But I feel like since then, the growth is just like throughout my mindset. Like that was like the start. You know, I just kind of got more into like, you know, after finding out like this is what I want to do and this is the things that I'm more than likely going to have to endure with choosing this path. That's when I ended up finding like, all right, you know, got to be more mindful about positivity because it's all kinds of negative shit going on. So then I got rooted into that, and that's, you know, kind of like, you know, the music is just like a testament to like where my thoughts are at the time, and I just put it into the music. So from GoPro to the, you know, to Positive Prevails to Gnarvana, like, you know, the energy is progressive, and more than anything, I love when people hear the music, like, oh, I hear the growth, bro, because that's what I really want to do. Like, I want to continue to grow with the music, and I like niggas ain't even heard what I got coming too. Like, you know, it's been a good year so far. Like, we just want to keep going strong. But
I feel it.
It's
dope. How do you balance? Because one of the P's you said was patience. And I think that's something I'm trying to deal with every day. I think all of us, you know, because we're sitting here trying to create something and hope that people gravitate towards it and hope that people resonate with it. But how hard is it to keep patient? Because there's so many different ways you can go about maybe trying to cheat the system or you know, like buy some views on YouTube and and try to leverage that to something else or whatever the case may be. Like, how do you balance that? How do you stay patient? How do you?
I mean, it's not, you know. Let me say this first. It's not an indefinite answer because I fail at this thing all the time. You know? I fail at patience all the time. Sometimes I get anxious and eager and, you know, fuck myself up because I was, you know, wanting to go too hard. But it's a lesson in that as well. Yeah. That's those kind of things that teach you to be more patient because when you rushed, you burned yourself. You know what I mean? So, like, that's a good part of patience. You start to realize when you start to rush, that's when you can recognize, like, oh, I should have been more patient in this time rather than rushing or having that urgency. Not to say you weren't valid, but still, you know, hindsight being 2020, you probably should have waited. So, and then once you like start to work with patience, you start to realize that it's a daily thing. It's not like I did this work already, now I'm patient. It's like you got to do that work every day, depending on whatever the nature of the thing that's testing your patience is. So you got to really get your shit together to gather your patience for this situation. Like, you know, like I'll fucking meditate before I go to work or some shit, or I'll meditate before I'm gonna go into a harsh situation or something that, you know, may test my patience. Like, got to get your mind right first. But that's a part of patience. So for me, you know, meditation is helps with patience.
I be trying to meditate sometimes, but I need to sit with somebody who knows what they're doing. Because when I just sit there, I be sitting there trying to like.
I was gonna ask, like, how do you meditate? What is a step for beginners, one-on-oneers?
Like,
how will we get down to being able to meditate and finding that type of balance?
Well, everybody has their own comfort level when meditating. You know, it's not always sitting with your legs crossed. It's not, you know, it's for me, especially being very active. It's about being in a real meditative state, being able to tap into a space where I'm calm, I'm at peace. I'm not letting, you know, the multitude of things on my plate or the thoughts on my mind stick around. So for me, it's just like you could just sit down. I can tell you my process. I'll smoke. I'll stretch. I want to stretch first, you know, because when you're sitting down, you're going to get uncomfortable, especially if you decide to sit in the traditional, legs crossed type of way. And you don't have to do that either. You know, you can just sit. Okay. But it's really about just quieting your mind, which is really hard to do because the more you try to quiet your mind, you just keep thinking about quieting.
That's the part I'm having a hard time
But that's what's dope about it is that what you can do is you got to let those thoughts come and go. And if you focus on your breathing, you can really allow those things to be like a door to the thought releasing. You know what I'm saying? Like the inhale is the thought, the exhale is the release of the thought, and you just focus on that pathway. I seen this video a long time ago that helped me. You know, when you're doing your meditation, if you are having a hard time focusing, or you want to quiet your mind, count backwards from 100, and then once you get to 1, count backwards from 30, and then after you count back from 30, sit in the silence that you've created in your mind. So now but even in that is a test, because the more you practice and try to sit down and do it, sometimes it's hard to count back from 30 without thinking about other things. It's really just about focusing on your breathing and allowing the thought to come, the number to come and go, come and go, breathe and breathe, or inhale and release. But you can do that shit wherever though. You don't have to be like sitting,
and some yoga shit.
Yeah, you don't have to be sitting
yoga
like
dojo.
You can do that wherever, man. You can do that shit wherever. That's what I do.
I really think that's a helpful tip, especially since May's mental health awareness.
Yeah,
that's a good tip.
Yeah.
That's a good tip to for any of our listeners. Go ahead, go back. Hey, Brooke. Is in the building in the noise lab.
As far as like meditation goes, like Cam was saying, you don't have to be cross legs, all that, or put yourself in that, because that's a whole different level of meditation. That's like some monk shit. You gotta work. So you gotta work to that level. But something I came across that really helped me out was, pick a time to stress about what you're stressing about for a later time. And generally, what you'll do is you either forget about it, you'll come back to it, but not be as involved, with whatever you were stressing about. So just think about it later. Be like, man, this thing's fucking me up right now, but you know what? Let me just.
I'll choose to think about that later. Let me choose to think about something positive or whatever right now.
Yeah, or nothing at all. You could just not think about nothing. You know what I mean? But just put it off. Yeah.
So that's that whole.
That was chill as fuck.
Thank you for that, A Brooks, for sure.
Hey Brooks, once again,
it is important to take out the time to meditate. Like, that's a big part of meditation. You're taking out the time to take time for yourself.
Yeah.
Like once you get into the practice of that, you'll start to feel not as rushed anymore because you took time for yourself. It's like that shit helps.
Yeah, that definitely helps. I'm gonna take some of that for sure.
Yeah. Try it, man. You could, it's not even, I do my thing. I have my rituals and things like that I do to maintain my personal space and peace. But it's a thing that grew over time as I got more into the practice. So you find how you want to practice and find things that you would like that are participants of that practice. Like you might find some shit that you like that may just help your meditation in a different way. Some scent or some, you know what I'm saying, or some type of scenery or some shit like that. But give yourself the time to do that shit.
How important is it for you to have a woman or friends in your life that kind of participate in the same type of? Does it get you off your square to have people around you that don't necessarily participate in that?
I mean, me, I'm the type of person, I was raised to be like a helper and a healer to people in that way, like from my grandmother and my mother. And so, it doesn't hurt me because I feel like I like to bring that out of people sometimes, or like help them in that way. But not necessarily, No, I wouldn't say so. It's like people who don't meditate don't like. It doesn't bother me. Like I know how it is. Like so I just do my own thing. People do meditative things all the time. Just because they don't sit down and do it and sit in silence doesn't mean they don't have some type of meditative thing that they do.
Some type of release.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it doesn't really bother me, but it's always a plus to have like-minded energies and shit like that, especially when it comes from women or other homies who are also participate in that, or just get you on that level, so more than anything, you could give that information to your homie, get them on that level, because it is healthy.
Okay. Yeah, I be telling my girl my meditative state is playing 2K, headphones in my ears, don't bother me, I'm clearing my mind. But women don't seem to understand that. All the way. All the way. All the way.
Yeah, I don't meditate. Maybe that's me.
We gotta start doing it, Tony.
I gotta meditate.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing it. We're gonna start doing it. PJ's gonna start doing it too. We're all gonna do it.
Take
really
time.
Just sit down. Yeah, sit down, close your eyes, calm down for a minute. Just sit, breathe.
Yeah,
deep breaths.
I just thought about it. I don't ever take a breath. It's just like wake up, go.
But exactly. I don't ever stretch too. I need to start stretching.
Right.
I found that out the other day. I tried to get on that skateboard earlier yesterday. That was bad. Yeah, I need to stretch. How do you feel about the IE scene, music-wise? I know you're somebody who's, not only deep in the IE scene, but you're somebody who I look at that's like really buzzing from the IE scene and doing big things.
That's dope. Thank you.
So how do you feel about the IE scene, the music wise?
I like it. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of dope artists coming from San Bernardino in general, especially like from where I'm from. People that I've known for a long time. It's crazy, like the way the world works. Like, there's a rapper that I've known since he was like 5 years old, and it's crazy. I'm like, damn, it's like hard, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's like some real city shit. Like, so I like it. There's a sound for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everything is my sound and shit like that, but I can enjoy things for what they are and appreciate seeing niggas get it. Like, that shit's hard. That shit's dope to me. Yeah. But yeah, I like it. There's a lot of homies too that are all going up right now too. Like, it's a really dope time for the whole community overall. Like, it's a dope time because
the whole pie coming for the slice.
For real, a lot of us are getting to it. It's hard. It's a good time.
Yeah, from the outside looking in, it's really dope to see you guys all doing your own thing, having you guys' own individual sound, but really it's quality. You know, it's not the growth. You know, it's not loosely put together. There's a lot of quality and thought and behind the music you guys are putting out.
Yeah. I mean, me and Brooke crafted Gnarvana like over a long period of time, like just in like songs we were creating and writing, but like, in those 3 months we just cooked that shit, man. Like, yeah, we really, we work hard. This is our job. Like, this is a job.
I feel that.
Hell yeah.
This is a job. Like, I love it though.
You got one of those.
It's fun.
One of those games for us.
Oh yeah, we're hopping into the first game, man. So this is. Behind the post. I think we were talking about that a little earlier. Behind the scenes. So behind the post is I go through our guests' social media and look for context. I ask for context behind certain things that our guest has posted.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with the first one. I'll be trying to feel where I want to start at, but let's start with this one. You posted this April 21st, 2019. You can put the truth in the grave, but it won't stay there. You can put the truth in the grave, but it won't stay there. You have a little context behind that?
Damn, was I watching something that said that? But I think the overall context.
I use Twitter for that a lot, too.
Yeah, like I write things down because I like how it sounds. I'm a big fan of sentence structure and shit like that, good writing. I'm a writer in my own right, so.
Yeah, I feel like that was like a bar that like
that shit just stuck out to me because it's probably in the light of like just even right now it's just relevant because like you can kill the truth, you can try to bury it, you can try to hide it or whatever, but it's not gonna stay there. Like and that's just the facts of the matter. Like all things done in dark come to light. There's no hiding from anything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Or there's no hiding from any truth that is the truth. Like it's gonna be.
Okay. So you posted this. This was like in 2013.
Damn,
on Instagram.
That was a good year. I was on some shit back then too. So.
It was.
That was Krilly Cam, yo. We was on
Happy C Day. The Krilly album is out now.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. I knew that too.
So I'm trying to just get a little context behind Krilly and that movement and the what happened behind that and what happened to Krilly.
The Krillys is still alive. Like we in a group chat every day.
Okay.
Just that was like a music collective that we had like in our youth. Like it was me, Aaron Mays, DC, Jaime the Jedi, Krilly Vinny, Coach Kev. Like it was a collective. Like it was more than just like it's like my brothers. Like that was like we made music together. Like not everybody was like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like that was more of what it was. Like it was a collective of energy where me and DC and Jaime would like go in and just like create these songs. Shout out to Preem Beats, who he produced all of our beats back then too. So it's just like it was a collective of us, man. Like so many other homies, so many Krillys I can name. And what it stood for too, it just had many meanings that grew over time. Somebody had called us like Trill when we were in Texas. We were doing South by Southwest like in 2012, back when South by was on some whole other shit. Like it was way different. Like it was not as gassed up as it is now. And like it was a crazy time. Someone was like, "Oh, y'all from Cali?" Like everybody's tripping from, "Oh, you from Cali? What?"
Yeah.
And then at that time, too, people were saying Trill a lot. And we were like, "It's like, man, y'all Trilly." It's like, "No, we Krilly because we come from Cali." And then after that, it became like an acronym overall too. It's just like create reality, love yourself. Like all of us had this like concept of the CRLY. It's just like Like we wanted what we wanted out of life, and that's what I love about my bros is that we all want what we want out of life, and we're all getting it. And not every one of us are musicians or artists or anything like that, but you know, we're a family. Like that's why I wasn't like Crilly or the Grooves, Crilly fam. Those are my fam. That's my family. But
y'all still have the merch?
Some bro, tell me why I was like in San Bernardino off of like Highland Baseline or something like that, and I seen a lady like walking down the street in a Crilly shirt.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I was just like, I walked. I was like, yo, where you get that? She's like, what? It's mine. And just like walked away. I was like, oh, shit, I look crazy right now asking you, but I was like, damn, like crazy, like you know, we probably made about like I don't know, like 100 or more of those. But it was dope at that time, like you know, to be having like merch. You know, we were doing a lot of shit that I do now, and even you know, and the Crilly is still DC's on the album. He's on Rain or Shine. Like that shit's a banger. Like. You know, this shit is still Crilly. Like, it's just like, you know, we still growing from that, you know?
All right, for sure. Crilly.
Crilly, we still creating reality. We still loving ourselves.
So the last thing for Behind the Post. Posted this. Well, you reposted your tweet on your Instagram.
Okay.
Remember that sometimes not getting what you want is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
Give me a little context behind that, and when does that happen for you?
Man, many times. Most recently, you know, every day there's something that I realize that you know didn't go the way that I may have wanted it to. Every day there's you know something I know that you know there was a time I wished it would have went this particular way, but if it had not gone this way, would I be able to have the happiness and the affirm of who I am today if I didn't? And, you know, I don't know. All I can do is focus on the present, but overall it's just like, you know, every left is going to lead you the right way. Yeah. And, you know, and the fact that we still here, still breathing, like that's the overall thing. It's just like, you know, it could be a blessing in disguise, man. And that, I remember back in the days, there was shit I wanted that I was just like, oh man, I really wanted it. But if I would have got that shit, would I be him? Would I be who I am today? Like, hell no. Like, I wouldn't, man. I would have been, you know, I'm still in the Dino, but I would have been in a different part of it. You feel me? Or you wouldn't be seeing me. Like, it would be different. It's way different. So
yeah, I think that teaches patience too. That quote right there is 100% teaching patience because.
You gotta move with faith, man.
Exactly.
That's what my grandmother used to say. You gotta move. Her birthday just passed, but you gotta move with faith. Like, you know, not everything is nothing is, especially as a black man, like nothing is scheduled for me. You know, I gotta do my best and be the best man that I can be. Yeah. And I was raised in that form of fashion, love and peace and positivity. I mean no harm in that way, you know, but I will, you know, I'm a protector in that kind of way as well. So it's like, you gotta be patient. Like this is a character type of thing overall. Like I feel like that's what I try to push throughout the music. It's like to let my character show more than anything else. And of course, you know the musicianship is there and shit like that. You know, using my voice as an instrument and you know understanding my abilities in that way as a rapper and a singer and a vocalist. But like all that shit plays a part. Like it's all one whole thing. Like I'm in this shit to be in it until I'm not anymore. And then you know my music or you know what I represented and what I stood for, that shit will live on. Real shit. Like, so it's about being a conduit of positive energy because, you know, that shit will live on. That shit will keep on.
All right, for sure. Yeah. Thank you for participating in Behind the Post, man. Yeah. Wasn't too bad, right?
No.
I mean, nothing crazy.
I posted spicier shit than that. So.
Yeah.
We got you. I'm not like, hey, man. Like, you sound like my girl. Trying to be like, hey, let's play Behind the Post, nigga. What the fuck is this?
That's funny.
No, it's excellent, though, because your last question actually ties into going forward. So with Gnarvana, you said it took like 3 months.
To cook it down,
to cook it down and whatnot. But, like, can you just describe that overall vibe? Because I feel like from start to finish, it tells a story of its own.
Within the project or just within the making of it?
Oh, no. Well, can you go through the meaning of the album?
The meaning of the album for me is a part of mindfulness and patience, and so it's a flip on the word Gnarvana and what that means, and being in that place of fulfillment and happiness, not wanting for anything, and being at peace. And for me, that's what music does for me. It's my true therapeutic space where I'm truly at peace and my most honest and most vulnerable self. So it's like, you know, the album is a representation of that. That's what Gnarvana means to me. Like, this is my space. This is what it is. And then, the music is a representation of you hearing me in that space and growing in that essence of, like, that fulfillment of what I do as an artist. Like, so, the project flows through that, just that mentality of, like, the thought processes along finding that space, like, it starts off really affirming in the nature, like it's very triumphant. It starts off that way, like we coming in like we already know what it is, and then we, but you know what I'm saying? Like, am I wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we come in like from Navigate to Audio Coupe, like this is some very affirming, like nigga, we at it and we still at it, and look how and we still doing good, and then we and then we go into like the 9. And talking about, again, representation of where we're from and what that means for me as an artist, as well throughout the album too, dealing with loss and shit like that. I touch on that in the 9, like, talking about losing friends and shit like that, and then becoming memories, and then talking about that again on Get By and stuff like that, and touching back on that, like, knowing where I'm from and, appreciating the life and the women and the thoughts that make me this space, like, still think about those that we've lost along the pathway. And then from there, you get back into that space when you're thinking about those memories and having those times with your homies, and you get into that space of like, it's, the good times and shit like that. That's when you start to get into like man, what was it? Like Yin and Yang and Rain or Shine and Top Notch, like it's all that very like upbeat, like like real real like bravado type energy, like this is some anthem type shit. And then then we get more like introspective and shit like that too, like getting into that other space of like, all right, now like this is the work. Like if you start to listen to those songs, like this is the work that we put into to keep this mentality alive, that triumphant shit, the the memories and remembering where you come from and who was here for you in the process, in that way, and then going into that love and loss, and then going into that space of like, all right, this is where we do the work, like we still building up brick by brick, like different days still on the same shit, like it's that energy of we do the most with the least, we do everything, like that mentality of owning these thoughts of like just it's the growth. Even in the last song, Get Safe, it's just really about like like I've changed, like I'm changing, I've changed more than anything.
Was your top subject in school English?
I did actually.
I could tell.
English and history.
You got wordplay, the triumphant, and yeah, but you got the wordplay and explanation, be able to explain yourself. I just was wondering.
Thank you.
Very.
I was
eloquent.
I'm a reader. I like to read. Back in the day, honestly, when I was young, like my mom used to like, that was a punishment. That was punishment, or that was every day. Like she'll come in and like turn the TV off, read this book, write me a paragraph about it, and tell me about it.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Like that. My mom was not playing, man. If I was in trouble at home, I was in trouble at school.
I might borrow.
I would lose recess. Like if I was in trouble at home, my mom would send me to school with a note to my teacher, like, "Hey, sit this nigga on the wall."
Oh damn!
Like that, real shit. It was like that.
That's good.
You said you read. What was the last book you read? What was the last book you read?
The last book that I read was Between Me. I think it's called Between Me and the World by Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Okay.
But right now I'm reading the Way of the Superior Man.
The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah, by David Delia or something like that.
Okay.
It's a good book. It was actually, I read it. It was on the Nipsey. Like I had seen videos where Nipsey Hussle had mentioned the book like a couple times, and I was like, I don't know, I want to read it now. So
shit.
It's a
Okay.
good book.
Still
On average, how many books you getting through in a year?
Shit, man. I like to read. I read chapters over and over and over again before I move on to the next one, because I be forgetting shit.
Yeah.
I take notes and shit like that. So I'll read maybe like up 2 books a year, maybe like in the process of everything else that I'll be intaking.
Exactly.
But I just like to have just good shit on me, like just to have it on me. I'll buy multiple books. I've already bought like 3 or 4 books this year, like just to have, like for when I want to read something or I feel like I need to feed my mind, like I got something in arm's length.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. I need to. I dived into the 48 Laws of Power because I never finish it. I always like started and never finish it. So
yeah, I started.
So I've dove back into the last week and a half or so. So still on the first page, getting through it.
I feel real. Obtain that power.
It's in there, man. It's knowledge is power. It sounds cliche, but it really is. I mean, we know that though. You know what I mean? Like it's those things that are just certain things are that's why they're cliches because it is just straight facts. Like duh. But if it was duh, everyone would be doing it, but they're not.
Yeah.
So you really got to put your mind to that in that way of just like, man, like I got to really start being more mindful and all these things that we're talking about, from meditation to patience to moving in faith and shit like that. Like all those things will help you reach your higher version of yourself, that version of yourself that you already are if you would just do what you got to do, the work that's required. Like, everybody knows what to do. It's just like, do you have the capacity to do it? Do you have the capacity to learn new information? Do you have the capacity to, to be wrong and correct yourself and shit like that? You got to be up for it.
Yeah. Okay. How involved is your family in your music? Listening to your music and
a lot now. Back in the day, not so much. It was kind of like a private thing. Like, I didn't want my mom to hear certain shit because I was on some shit back then, so I didn't want her to hear what we were on back then. But I mean, these days, they're very active in the music. I talk to my parents all the time.
Do they come to the shows?
No, they're not doing none of that. But
have they been to any?
Yeah. Back in the day, they haven't been to any in a while.
So they haven't seen the
like this. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
And I will invite them when it gets to that. Like those are the times. But they see videos and shit like that, and they're kind of like, oh wow, like.
Okay.
But it's my parent. I'll record some shit like and send it to my mom the next day.
Okay.
And be like, yo, what you think of this? If I know she'll really like it. Like there's 2 new songs that are on my upcoming project. That she just loves. Like she just like. She's at work like, my son's a rapper. It's like, listen to this song. It's not out. Like
exclusive.
Yeah, right.
Exclusive.
Yeah, she likes that. Yeah. But, my pops like my my pops. I talk about my pops in my music more than I talk about my mom sometimes. But they support.
Okay.
They tell me what they like. They tell me what they don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's really dope. Being able to be transparent with your parents, with your art.
Yeah.
When I did that album, that my mom liked all the songs except for Danger. She hates.
That's the best one.
Some songs, that's a good way to test it too. If your mom don't like it, it might be a banger.
Nah, she did
the
like
truth.
It did. Because I was, she didn't like the fact that I called some women bitches in the song, but it was like part of
Can't be calling women bitches, bro.
I can't.
No.
There's no
There's more to that,
situation where I can call, like if a woman leaves
all right, look, let me
the
say
orange
this.
juice and there's this much left in the fridge, I can't say, bitch,
my
what
nigga,
you doing?
All right, so let me say this.
Okay,
now,
what?
Because just to put it in the realm, I'm not saying it's the same thing. I'm just putting it in the realm. If somebody was around you and you just happen to do some shit that irked them, they're just like, fucking nigger, look.
There's difference.
No, but
because
bitches
in the dictionary as a female dog.
Yeah, but a woman is not a female dog.
If they can call me a dog.
But you're not a dog though.
I know you're not. I know.
That's what I'm saying. More than anything, it's just like you can't be talking to people.
I know. I try not to. I try to release that in that song, and I'm trying not to call women bitches.
I'm not. People are gonna say what they're gonna say.
I don't call women bitches. I call bitches bitches. There's a difference.
Oh man.
There's a difference. What's that?
Like Mother Earth or just life in general. Like, man, this is a bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Can you call life a bitch?
Yeah.
Can I call life a bitch?
You can call life a bitch.
Can I call Mother Nature a bitch?
Even though
you call her a bitch,
isn't
but
a female dog, but could in turn whoop my ass out of nowhere.
Hold on. True. Hold on. I can call Mother Nature a bitch, but I can't call a woman who is part of Mother Nature a bitch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's true. Yes. You can't.
Okay.
You want to?
I don't know, man.
That's the rule. I can't.
I don't know. All right. What about having a motherfucking conversation on freedom of speech?
I don't want to have a conversation. I'm just saying you can't do it just because they don't want to be called it.
True.
All right.
No, they call themselves that. I can't.
But they don't want you calling them that.
They be calling themselves bad. And it's not that I be calling them in person. It's just that, sometimes it might slip. The problem is you got to do it at good times. Like, bitch, this food tastes really good. And then, like, they'll be like...
ways to use bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not saying there's not good ways to use bitch. I'm just saying, like, when you're using it in a particular way, you're crossing the line.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like, you're just crossing the line.
100%.
You know?
100%.
Even honestly, even as it doesn't matter, man or woman, a lot of times you already know when you talking when you talking that talk and you call somebody a bitch, nigga, you call me a bitch, like, you know, I'm hot. Like that's a real disrespect. That's exactly that's some those are some fighting words, some very disrespectful shit. Like, don't do it.
Bitch is a fighting word.
You can say all kinds of other shit that don't have such a heavy negative connotation.
Yeah, like
call somebody an asshole.
But like,
there you go. You're a fucking asshole. Like, you know. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to use those words. There's other words.
I'd rather be called a. No, I can't say that. But you want to call me an asshole where shit comes out of? Anyways, I feel you. I feel you.
But that's a pretty natural thing there.
It is.
You just rooted it back to something very natural.
It is.
The other shit is disrespectful.
At least you're useful, right? Yeah, you're right. Okay. I get you.
Hey, man, however you gotta say it, just stop saying it.
I will.
No, we'll do a sidebar real quick. This is all jokes.
Yeah, for sure.
This is all jokes, and we do respect women on here. Unless I
and off of here and all over the place. Y'all niggas is crazy. Oh my god, niggas is crazy.
All right, let's hop into the second game, man.
Oh.
So the second game is called Would You Rather. So I give you two choices. These are your songs featuring these artists. You'll tell me which song you would rather do, and how you would construct the song. All right, pretty simple, right? Not too bad. All right, so first choice: Gnarly featuring Cassidy and Cassie, or Gnarly featuring Young Dro and Lumity.
Oh, fuck yeah. Off top. What? That's the one. Yeah.
That's
hard.
Okay,
me, Young Dro, and Lumi D. Let's go. First of all, I might start. First of all, me and Lumi D are about to kill the hook because we're singing something crazy. We about to switch it up, and then you know, Young Dro about to come through with that bounce, and then I'm about to match that same type of bounce. Oh man, that one.
Okay, so how you constructing the song? Who's going first? Who's got the first verse? Who's got the hook?
I'm gonna start first with Lumi D.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start this melody, and then Lumi D is gonna come in. And then we're gonna fuck this whole hook up, and then right when the hook is at the peak of getting fucked up, that's when Young Dro comes in and just snaps like he was on T.I.'s album back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, snap like, and then I'm gonna come back in with Lumi D on like this crazy ass bridge that's just like probably a flip of some shit that we used to love, and then I'm gonna come back in like how I started and ended.
Okay, I like that. So second choice. Gnarly featuring Wale and Britney Spears, or Gnarly featuring Fredro Starr and Christina Aguilera.
Fredro Starr, Christina Aguilera.
Damn, that easy, that fast?
Raw. Yeah. And we about to go hard too. That's raw. Yeah. Real. Yeah. If you would have said something, yeah. Christina Aguilera and me,
Mandy can't sit.
Yeah, we about to. It's gonna be hard. Like we're gonna have so Christina's gonna be doing like some type of like gospel type singing and shit like that, and then when the break comes, like me and Fredro is about to be going crazy, like really fast paced, like energy type shit. Yeah, that'll be that.
Okay. All right. So last one for Would You Rather. Gnarly featuring Will Smith.
I'm already on that song.
And Manny Fresh.
Oh, that's it. No, that's it. Yo, you could have just said. I don't even care what you're gonna say next.
Are you sure? You want to
All right, let me hear it. Sure. Let's hear it.
Or Jaden Smith and Birdman.
Oh, I don't fuck with Birdman.
You know, okay.
Not doing a song Birdman. All time. So I was already gonna
Will Smith
and Manny Fresh.
Yeah.
I cried tears of joy. Hell yeah, like bro. Oh my god.
All right, so who's getting the hook? Is Manny Fresh you gonna let him rap, or you just let him produce?
We're gonna do the beat, and then he's gonna help me on the hook because I'm gonna do some.
Gator booze.
No, we're gonna do like a summertime part 2.
Okay.
But it's like on some like New Orleans type bounce type shit. Yeah. So it's gonna be like a summertime type of feel, like literally like probably flipping the summertime type shit with Will doing like a brand new verse.
Okay.
Like, here it is. I'm like,
another story must be told.
Well, we gotta give him I gotta give him the right bounce though, because I know he'll do like the that early hip hop flow pattern that him and others have.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna just give him the flow. I'm gonna give him the flow. I'm gonna shoot him the reference track and give him the flow.
Is Will Smith the biggest star to do a song with today?
I think right now, yes.
I think
Like overall star.
like a big star.
Beyonce's huge to do a song
Probably
with.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Will Smith.
Will Smith. Those are the top three.
Yeah, that's a tie. Yeah.
Those are top
Yeah.
three.
I'd vote for that ticket.
You don't think if
Ooh,
Shaq
If they ran for president,
you don't think if Shaq was on the song?
Shaq?
Yeah.
Nah.
Nobody shaking for Shaq?
I like Shaq's music too. I really did. Like
yeah.
I've been saying on the east side, even though I'm saying on the west side. Yeah, that shit. Like I fuck with Shaq, but no, I'll do Will.
The
Smith.
Rock?
No, definitely not.
Nobody's checking for the Rock's music. Like
Music. He makes music?
it was streamed, but it was streamed probably once.
He makes music?
I don't know. I'm just saying, who's the biggest star to do a song with? Like,
Probably.
like overall, it doesn't have to be musician, just star.
There's a big star to have on the song.
That would possibly get you. Yeah, Shaq
is a
smokes
cop,
weed.
but he probably smokes weed.
He's got to. Them knees hurt too
He's a
much
cop
for
in
not to
Vegas.
smoke
Where's he
weed.
cop at? Oh, Florida.
I don't know. I always wondered that. I think Will Smith is the biggest star. Like people,
I think so.
People that thing will go platinum fast.
Drop too.
Man, Will Smith is a true GOAT, bro.
Yeah,
First hip hop Grammy.
that part.
First.
That part.
Come on, man.
That part.
The Fresh
And
Prince
the
of Bel-Air.
First one to hop to a sitcom.
Yeah.
And come on, first.
The blueprint is like off. You know.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah,
TV, movie, music, TV, movie, music, TV, movie.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. exactly.
Like, bro,
He
he
definitely
was
set that
killing it.
blueprint.
Everyone. He would make an album for the movie. Like we was all listening to MIBs. Like
That's a fact. Wild Wild
hit.
West.
Wild Wild West hit.
Oh
Fact.
yeah, for
Just the
10
two of
summers.
us hit.
Yeah.
Just cause. Like, come on, man. He had hits. Summertime.
That's
Come
a
on,
fact.
parents just don't understand. Like so many fire.
Hey man, shout out to Will Smith. Come on,
Shout
the
out to
show.
Will
Come on the
Smith.
show, Will Smith.
Come on,
Yeah,
show.
for real.
Come on the show.
I fuck with Will Smith.
All right, thank you for participating. And would you rather?
Yeah, thank you.
Hell
Now,
yeah.
jumping.
I'm trying to really manifest a lot of those things.
Hey, that's why we bring it upon here, man.
Speak it
Manifest
into
it.
existence and put the motion behind it.
Yeah.
But to jump back into it, so you said you already got another project on its way.
I did say that. I did say that I am working on new music.
Oh,
I already
you-
have a lot. I have a lot of new music, and I'm just in this like.
Are we allowed to go into details with it or what to
No.
expect? All right,
Nah.
that's fair.
Gate shut.
I could just tell you to expect me, nigga. Like that's what I'll say. Like
Okay.
there is music made. There is music ready.
Mhm.
You know, of course we're gonna. You know, Gnarvana's doing great, and the reception is like I'm so grateful for it. Like the energy people been giving to the album is like, you know, it's only been about a month or in a few weeks. Like it's really a blessing to see people like gravitate, connect, you know, listen to it, dissect it, hit me up later like, bro, I was listening to this again, like that kind of shit. Like, you know, it's a great time. Like I'm just happy, just really happy. Like,
Okay.
you know, niggas really.
And
Brought it from the mud, you know.
visuals
Even
in
thinking
the
about,
works?
oh yeah, of course, man. We got visuals for Audio Coupe coming, videos for Top Notch coming, and then just new music though too. You know? So it's gonna be just like the whole year. It's just,
Okay.
you know, more me, more shit, more coming.
How
More
hands
positivity.
how hands on are you with your music videos?
I mean, I have a particular, you know, I have my little tips and shit like that. But you know, I just like working with creative people.
Yeah.
More than anything like that, you know. I do have some envisions for videos. Sometimes I don't have nothing. Like I'm like, bro, like
That's funny
Tell
too,
me
because
some cool
there'd be a
shit.
lot of artists who I come across and they don't. They say that like they have songs, but they just can't figure out what to put visually to it or
Yeah,
how to
exactly.
visually do it. But
because I could do a video and I'm just standing in front of, you know, singing a song, standing in front of something.
Yeah,
singing
yeah.
a song, standing in front of something. Like, I could do that shit over and over and over again. But you know, for me, I want to be more creative in my visual representation. So like, you know, I like working with people who got a vision and shit like that, and we could work together to make the most authentic vision that works, you know, aesthetically for that song or that energy. So
yeah.
you know. I'm pretty. I mean, I'm hands on, but I'm also like very like, you know, like
Trusting.
I trust like the vision. I can see if I can see the vision, I'll trust it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that trust does play a high key in collaboration. You gotta really, you know, be able to allow another person to just interject and do their thing with it and be like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Take ideas.
I mean, that's
trust,
a lot of
trust
that's
ideas.
how me and Brooke, you know, did Gnarvana. Like, you know, trusting each other, taking ideas. You know, I'm like, hey, what you think of this? He's like, nah. He's like, hey, what you think of this? I'm like, nah. Like that discernment and trust of just like I trust your opinion. I trust your skill in this craft. Like, you know, and we just continue to get better though too. That's what, you know, that's a part of trust.
Okay. I fucks with that. I feel that.
Mm.
Oh, you got a game over there?
Oh,
Ooh,
Playing games.
we playing games.
it's time to get into that third and final game called
Schooler.
and it's presented to you by Cuzzo Clothing. Family first. Ain't nobody got your back like Cuzzo.
Hey, that's hard. No, nobody got my back like my cousin.
Right? Nobody got my back like Cuzzo.
Oh. So, Schoolum is basically, I ask you 3 questions related to hip-hop culture. If you get all 3 right, you will be the valedictorian.
Exactly. We got a few this year. I think we have 3 valedictorians this year.
PJ, how many valedictorians? Oh, we had 3 or 4.
Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Was Triz one?
Triz, yeah.
Triz.
We had
Edgar Sosa.
Yeah, Edgar Sosa.
Oh, yeah.
Edgar Sosa.
The lyric was lyric one, or what? One
I think Lyric might have been one. I think we have 4 or 5 valedictorians.
Yeah. We're going to
So-
run that back, create a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, right?
But out of 50-something episodes, not many, just know that.
Man, all right, cool. Let's go.
All right. Question number 1. Cameron and Mace originally formed a trio by the name of Children of the Corn.
Facts.
Who was the third member? Was it A, Big L, B, Busta Rhymes, C, Biggie, or D, Nas?
It was L, boy.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it's Big L.
Ding, ding,
Come on,
ding.
dog. Talk about nigga, Dipset on my shit. Nigga, Harlem World. I know where. Come on, man.
Okay, 1 for 1.
All right.
Go.
1 for 1.
Which producer sings the chorus on Nas's The World Is Yours? Is it A, Large Professor, B, DJ Red Alert, C, Pete Rock, or D, DJ Premier?
I think it's brand premiere.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
have
have
to
no.
School! It was actually Pete Rock.
Pete Rock?
Rock.
Damn.
The world is
came in with
Damn, didn't know.
yeah.
That's cool.
All right, let's go for 2 for 3, man.
Sorry.
Just trying to see where you wrote your third question.
Didn't write the third question.
Ooh.
Is it in your brain?
Do you have one in your brain?
No.
No.
I smoked a mad blunt.
I'm gonna have to school ya. Yeah. So now I get another question.
Yeah, right.
There we go. Now we on. It ain't over now. Turn the tables on you now. Let's go.
You did.
Okay. No, I can't. I don't want to use a past question.
Oh, it's okay.
I have an old question. With that substitute, is that fair?
Go
It's
ahead.
a substitute.
It's
So
a
fair. Let's
substitute.
go.
All right,
Question
we
number
do
two.
have the third question.
Question number 2. This is question number 2, actually.
Yeah, he said. He said, "Yeah, 1 for 1 right now." He said,
I fucked
Judges?
up. You fucked up.
it's in the air. It's in the air.
It's in the air?
We're
Yeah.
deliberating right now.
All right.
We're deliberating.
Question, if you know, like.
Okay.
That's fair.
Go, PJ. What you got?
All right.
Okay. What popular hip hop artist made a collaboration album with this famous rock band Linkin Park? Was it A, Nas, B, Jay-Z, C, Eminem, or D, Kendrick?
Cam gave me the look like, nigga.
Damn it, PJ. I had so much faith. I was like, oh, yeah, PJ hit him with
First of all, Jay-Z. Second of all, if you think I haven't heard Encore with Linkin Park, come on, boy. R.I.P. my nigga Chester, man. Come on, man.
Right,
Tripping.
right.
All right, so we 2 for 2. Let's go.
That's
Final
good. That was
question.
good. That was
Let's
good.
2 for 2.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. I like that. You are a you know what? We'll give you the 2 for 2.
Give it a 2 for 2. All
Yeah.
right. I'll ask the question. Damn you, PJ. You saw how confident I was?
confident.
Like,
You're
yo,
confident.
close the book.
He's gonna have
Close
some
the book.
good
Cross
ass-
his arms. Nigga, let's go.
It was way too easy.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, that's too funny.
All right, let me see. Damn, let's see. What should be the one? What should be the one?
He really wants to get you. He wants to stump you with a question.
All right, this no, I
Don't know what you expected of me. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. It is.
All right, I got a question for you. I'll hit him with the question. I'm sure he'll get this right. This is just off the top of his head.
Shoot it.
All right. What was the name of Luda's first album?
Is it watermelon chicken and beer?
I'll give you
Is
multiple.
that
I'll
your-
give you multiple choice. I'll give you
Oh.
multiple choice. I'll
Okay,
give you
okay,
multiple
okay,
choice. You got chicken and beer.
Hey.
You've got Back for the First Time. You've got Southern Hospitality. And then you got... I'll just go with those three. ABC.
I think maybe a Southern Hospitality.
Is that your final answer?
Don't look over there.
Damn, I want to...
Look at my eyes for answers.
No, you know what? 'Cause it's like... I'm trying to remember watching BT. Hold on, I gotta take myself back. I'm watching Hits from the Street, and they said a video right there in the video for the song where this nigga was hanging upside down. Remember that's when he was right?
Yeah.
That was chicken and beer.
Is
That's your final answer.
We're gonna have
have
to school him.
Damn, was it Southern Hospitality?
Back for the first
First
time.
time.
I should've.
May I throw in an
Even though
extra
I'm
fact?
doing this
Yeah,
fucking
go ahead.
lie, she was like, nope.
His
Yeah.
actual name for his very first album that got him his deal was Incognito.
Yes, that was his very, very first album. But when he got the deal, it
Man,
was
I
when he
wasn't
got
a big
his
enough
deal.
fan of Ludacris. Fuck.
It's all right, man. I just had to
School him.
God damn
Good
it.
say. Hey, I said this on the podcast the other day. Earl be saving me like 7 out of 10.
70% free throw shooter out here. And I just,
All right. You guys got me. Next time.
next time.
That was good,
but
though.
thank
That was
you.
always
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
All right, man. I always ask everyone this question that comes on to the show. You know, this year can't end before you do what? And it doesn't have to be music related.
Oh, well. This year can't end without me boarding a plane and leaving the country. That is that's really big on my list. It's
Where's the destination?
Personal or business?
both.
Don't say Mexico. I'm just calling
No.
like,
Man, we like 2.5, right? About 2:45 or whatever.
you about to say?
Yeah, no.
Were you? No,
You still need a passport for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Niggas can't even just do that.
But give us the top 3 destination spots.
Oh, London, Japan, and I'd like to go to Australia.
Let's go.
Okay, London, Japan, or Australia.
Stay on that coast.
And you just trying to get out of the
And I'm going
country
to Africa
and.
too. I really have a lot of listeners in Africa. It's really,
Oh yeah.
really dope. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, do you know any parts of Africa? What
I have to look
specific
back at my
country?
analytics, but like Johannesburg and just like little spots. Like, it's kind of it's dope. Like seeing all these like people from Africa following me on like Twitter and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, but it's real though. That's just dope. Like music is the audience is broad. You know, you never know who's listening.
True. Uh-oh. See that shake right there?
Oh, what's happening?
He's not having a seizure, y'all.
Oh wait, what are you doing?
And
My
I
nigga,
swear,
what are you doing?
I swear he's not trying to pop lock.
Hold on,
Give it
what?
to him.
Can I do it?
What are you doing?
Give it to him.
This is the part where we do this
And we are back.
with another
Freestyle segment sponsored by.
affiliated
And
minds.
of course, we got Cam Gnarly in the building, man.
You heard me?
He's finna spit some bars, keep the posse waves flowing.
All up in the noise lab.
You know, man.
Hey.
So whenever you ready, when that beat drops, show the people what you got.
Something light, something sweet. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. All
Hey.
Black Podcast.
All black.
Cam Nar and his bitch. Shout out A Brook on the couch.
Hey.
Gnarvana out right now. Go get that shit. Hey, couple freestyles. Fuck it. Hey. World spins, man sins, pay dividends. All the years, me and my friends, we had to ride the fence or walk the fence. One more round around the bench. Big difference between now and back then. Shit. We was parked and back then. Shit. Had to run and hop fence. Shit. Had to make it in past tense. Now I didn't push it forward and I'm getting passion out. Getting passion out. Going the passion route. Not always fastest route, but we bout. Hey, we don't lie about, we don't try about, we just do and go without if we just got to. Hey, most of my niggas do what we got to. Hey, not wanna judge you. Hey, I know the world weighs on you. Hey, we just gotta find a way. Hey, shit, me and my niggas, we tryna run the play. Hey, ain't no scrimmage today. Hey, it's full game on any given Sunday. Willie beaming mode. Hey, man, I'm beaming though. Feel the light from my cerebellum, yo. Hitting from the pineal gland. Hey, I got the power in my hand. Hey, power understanding. Hey, I'm overstanding me. I'm understanding me. Doing for we. Hey. Shout out to All Black for having me come through.
Hey, talk that shit.
Hey,
tell you
yo, flow mixed with the lyrical is just always positive. It's a feeling of positivity coming from that shit.
That was a good vibe.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Tell the people where they can find you at.
Man, you can find me on the internet, on your phone. I'm in your pocket right now. I'm in your hand right now. Search Cam Gnarly on whatever you listen to your music on or your social media platform. CAMGNARLY. You know, it's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, man.
Definitely felt that, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I want to hear that shit too. Shit.
We'll get you a copy.
It was definitely a vibe for sure.
Yeah,
I fuck with that, man. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you, A Brooke, for coming through.
My boy Brooke, you want to tell the people anything?
The man in the corner of the hill.
Brooke
Yeah,
got some
come man,
shit.
come
Yeah,
talk
tell
your
him
shit
about-
real
talk
quick.
your
Talk
shit,
your
boy.
shit real quick.
What's up?
What's up?
No, I really just want to say thank you, All Black for, always just vibing with us and showing us like real hospitality and good time. Anybody that rolls a blunt for you and smokes you out is definitely a friend. So, you don't want to overlook those moments. But yeah, man, just much love to y'all, really, and shout out to Cam for putting his heart into this project. It's doing exactly what we envisioned it to do, and we've been building it for a while. But that initial, like you said, that 3-month cook where it was like, okay, now we got all the ingredients, let's just whip this bitch up exactly how we know it's about to be, So yeah, I mean, other than that, just stay on the lookout for new music from Cam and myself. You already know.
Hell yeah.
And where can they find you?
Yeah.
Where can they find you, bro?
Where can people find
You can find me on the internet at said location. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at AYE_Brooke. And that's it, man. That's where I'm at.
And you got that studio?
Got the studio and our recordings officially. No Interference Recordings is, live in action. So if y'all need studio time to get that project sounding exactly how you want, just hit me up.
Oh,
this nigga A Brooke always so cool.
you feel me?
We out here.
Give the man his dues.
You feel me?
Yeah, thank you guys for coming through. But before we wrap it up, PJ, what's your question?
Okay. What is something that has like really inspired you lately? Like something specific, like an event or like anything that's happened really that's just like giving you inspiration. It's like, whoa, that was cool.
Man, so many things, and I would love to. It feels good to talk about them. I'm about to be an uncle. My brother's about to have his first child.
Hey, congratulations to your brother.
Made me so
and to
happy,
you.
and thank you. And it just feels like that new life coming through all of us. All affected by this new person that's gonna be in our family. Like it's so, it's a beautiful feeling. So that's been dope. And the other side of the spectrum, I've been inspired by having to learn to loss and let go and acceptance and shit like that. Those are harder things that I had to deal with, but have really inspired me to really understand again, what happiness is and what it means to feel fulfilled and know that those things are not external. More than anything, all things that make you fulfilled are really coming from within you or a reflection of you. So that does tie me back to my family and shit like that, being so excited about that. And then probably just the passing of Nipsey Hussle too, man. That has that really hurt. That shit hit the community more than anything. Like, you know, so many people that he as an artist touch, you know, being from where he's from. I have family from that same area, so it's just like, you know, even talking to my cousins who are locked up, discussing like, you know, damn, like what this means, and you know, the effect, you know, overall seeing the effect of the breaking of these barriers and shit like that because of this man's life and the way that he lived in his legacy and left a legacy behind of, like, you know, he was really about it throughout his whole life. It wasn't something that he was working towards, and once he got there, he'd do these things and give back. He was doing them, living and breathing, doing those things, and, you know, it's just really inspiring. So that's definitely been something that, like, really inspired me. Those things more than anything, just like new life, loss, you know, and just like seeing a true legacy. That shit was for real.
Hey, great question, PJ.
Yeah.
Great question, PJ.
See, that's what I expected during school. But yes, thank you, PJ.
Thank you, PJ. Thank you, PJ.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Great insight
you,
on
man.
that, for sure. That was.
Earl, you got anything sweet you want to say to the people real quick?
Hey, man, just follow Black Noise on all social media. BLAQKNOIZ.
Oh, Black
Follow
Noise?
Blackout Podcast. And, yeah, just keep rocking with us, man. And, yeah, what about you?
Also, be sure to come through to the Bring the Noise open mic over here at the Noise Lab, May 17th. You know, comedy, poetry, music, whatever you do, we want to see it. You feel me? That's, again, over here at the Noise Lab. Check the Insta for the deets. And check out Alt Black, ALTBLKPOD on all social media platforms. We also got a couple of playlists on Spotify just for your viewing.
Oh, we got some shows coming up too, by the way.
Man,
I'm going to say that. We got some shows coming up.
hit him with that shit real quick.
May 11th, we had Serious Cartoons, Belle the Wonder, and Maya. Is going down for Velle's tour. She just got back from tour. Velle's a homegirl. We had toured together too, like last year for the Pacific Breeze tour, so it was dope. And me and Maya, you know, really close friend and collaborative, like, you know, on the album. And then on the 17th, we're at the Fairplex with Phantom Threat and DJ Prototype for a Line Like Mind State. And then on the 18th, we in the Bart Lounge out in the Palm Desert.
Okay.
Me, Noah James, and Cam Archer throwing a party out there, and disco, so it's going up. Come through.
Ooh.
Yeah. Are you on that too? And A Brooks, so yeah, on the 18th.
Ooh.
And then shit on the 21st, we have Bananas in LA. So this whole month,
Nice.
I'll probably put out a flyer of everything and everything like that. But you know, come through. Yeah, there's a lot of activity this month.
For the summer, for sure.
Hey, and don't even, man, y'all talking about the summer, man. Wait till I drop this summer shit I got for y'all. Like, I'm telling you, man, we building bridges, man. We about to take this shit even further. That's for
sure.
On me.
That we staying tuned. We looking forward to it.
For sure. I'll play you some shit after.
I ain't gonna say no.
But for sure, without further ado,
Stay tuned, stay glued.
smoke a Dutch and read a book. Boom. Subscribe to Alt Black because my parents need to believe in my dreams.
Subscribe to the All Black channel right now so I can be a YouTube star and live my best life.
Subscribe to Alt Black because I need to prove my baby mama wrong.
Subscribe to the All Black channel right now so I can get a fully functioning hairline. Cause this shit's sad.
Subscribe to Alt Black because I'm gonna have to get a real job and I really suck in the work environment.
Subscribe to the All Black channel right now so I can buy tickets to Jill Scott's next concert, cause I'm trying to get to know what's up.